reports?
No, no.
I think it's like the last call for the cardboard boat race, get those boats made.
Do you have any more of those
Sunday the
pumpkin
29th.
boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a
I got
couple
plenty of pumpkin
boxes.
crates if anyone needs them, yeah.
I need, my son wants to build one.
Okay, yeah.
And if
I've
no
got
one
them.
else, just
I
lay
have an
down the
inventory
call.
of them. Okay, good. Did you build yours yet?
No, I'm using the same one. So that last time I
Oh,
did
you
that, it
saved
didn't
it?
work. I saved
Okay.
it. It's
Oh,
in
I
the
didn't
chicken
know. I
coop.
thought it went in.
It's in the
Okay.
chicken coop. I looked
That's
at it
a
the other
winner.
day. I said, oh boy, that's
a winner.
a little damp. I got to pull it out and dry it out a little bit.
Oh, sit up a little bit.
I just want to welcome a couple of our scouts back there from Pack 242. You guys want to stand up and
What are you guys doing here?
want to call them up to the mic?
It says government participation, or did you get punished for some reason? What's that? Nice.
Merit badge.
Would you like to tell us what you're getting your merit badge for? You got to come up there, though.
Gotta come up to the
Public
mic.
speaking is a must. That's it. Get that tie on right. Oh yeah, that's all not right. No, no, go by the microphone right there.
Microphone
Stand
right
that
there.
podium right there.
Yeah, pull the microphone down.
Yeah, you pull the whole
Pull that right down. There you go.
Pull
Tell
it
us
down.
why you're here.
Just
Just
pull it.
Say your
There you
name,
go.
what
There
your
you
rank
go.
is.
all right. Tell the audience why you're here.
Yeah, okay. For the community citizenship in the community merit badge.
Wow, that's exciting. Where's the troop? All right, thanks, guys. The Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts can't come here without having to speak to us. That's it. No more entertainment for us.
Come on, Connor. I know you got something to say.
Hi.
All right. On that note, we thank you for coming. Enjoy the show.
Yes.
All right. We
just
build
wanna-
character through public speaking. What? Yes, Councilman.
If anybody doesn't read the newspaper, the local newspaper, or listen to the local radio station, the Abate Club has withdrew their motorcycle permit for Edwards Avenue for the county. Our legislator Krupski is going to have the county do a resolution withdrawing their approval and their request to sign for the motorcycle club.
And we have
And
a
then-
resolution there encouraging them to do the same.
Same. And they're gonna put it out for an RFP, so be on the lookout for it, and submit any non-for-profit, okay?
All right, great. I think all of Calverton is at the county meeting right now.
That's it.
All right, we have 3 public hearings. 7:05 having arrived, it is now 7:16. I open the public hearing for the consideration of a special use permit for Chernoff Realty Medical Building to construct a 2-story medical office building at Main Road in Aquabog, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0685, Lots 3, District Section, Block 3, Lots 8 and 12.7. Sorry. Mr. Cuddy, are you here for the applicant? Okay, would you like to present this application?
I would. Charles Cuddy for the applicants. I hesitate to speak about orthopedic surgeons after the bicycle people, but I will anyway. These are 2 orthopedic surgeons who, in August of 2011, received your approval for this site, and we're again asking for it. That approval expired. And one of the reasons it expired is because they had a 12,000 square foot building. They now have an 8,000 square foot building. They didn't want to build the larger one. For those who don't know, this site is right next to the veterinary site in Aquabog. It's right across from the Union Square offices. It's right at the edge of where the Witch's Hat is being renovated right now. This is a 2-acre site. They're going to put, as I say, a building on it that's 8,000 square feet and 2 stories, has an unfinished basement. There are 2 orthopedists, brothers, who want to come here and open an office there, do not only orthopedic surgery, but some rehabilitation also.
What hospital are they affiliated with?
They, I believe, are with St. Charles right now. I'm sure the hospital out here would like to have them, so unquestionable. We had zoning board approval. We needed zoning board approval because we had a floor area ratio that was excessive, but we've reduced that now to 10.25, which is just a bit over. We had originally approval for 13.7. We also don't need any lot coverage variance at this point because now our lot coverage is smaller. And we have an impervious surface variance, which will last up until next April. I think this site is appropriate for the use. It's in an area where there's other businesses. It certainly is a site that has sufficient area. It's going to be well landscaped, both front and side. It's going to have a buffer of 50 feet at the south end. It has, I think, adequate access. It's going to have sufficient parking, more parking than's needed, and particularly handicap parking. One of the reasons for the impervious surface, by the way, is because it's an orthopedic site and you can't walk on stone, so we have to put asphalt down there. But I think all in all, with its landscaping, with a smaller building, it's appropriate, and I ask this board to approve it.
Would you like us to incorporate the
Thank you.
minutes
So
and the record?
Last item, I was going to ask you to incorporate the prior record that from 2011 into this record, yes.
We will, thank you.
Also, before the meeting started, I want to make note of the fact that the affidavit of mailing and affidavit of posting was handed up by Mr. Cuddy prior to the meeting being called to order.
Great.
Thank you.
And we ask that that be made part of the record.
All right, does anybody else wish to be heard on this application? Yes? You have to come up here, miss. If you could state your name and hamlet for the record. Just pull that down.
Good evening, I'm Sheila Muller, and I'm on Shade Tree Lane in Aquabog. I'm on the next door to Dr. Brott's office, the ENT. There's an awful lot of traffic on Main Road.
I just have to stop you for one moment for reasons that I'm not 100% sure. Our special permit hearing requires that I swear you in before you give your testimony. So if you would raise your right hand, please. And do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
In any case, I just want to say about the parking situation on Shade Tree and getting out onto the main road, if this is going to interfere with that, it's bad as it is now. There are pictures where they double park, not on Main Road, but on Shade Tree, and it's one lane in each direction, but when they park on either side, you have to go into the opposite lane, and if there's a car coming in, it's a very dangerous situation. And when you are going out onto the main road, if there's going to be a traffic situation coming out of this new office building that is going to be built, I think it's a dangerous situation, and you might want to look into the traffic situation there.
We could have Mr. Cuddy address the issue of the parking. The code, I believe, requires them to provide adequate parking. The traffic on Main Road, Route 25, that requires a DOT permit. Maybe you could address whether you have the DOT permit. New York State DOT permit. Is that it, miss?
Yes.
Okay, we'll have him address those. Does anybody else wish to be heard on this matter? Okay, Mr. Cuddy.
This applicant will have 78 parking spaces, and the access point is very close to the veterinary site. In other words, it's as far away from Shade Tree Lane as we could get it.
Okay.
So I think there'll be adequate parking. I don't know right now if we have a current DOT permit. We're getting it. We had one before.
Okay.
So there's only one curb cut for that site, and that's on Main Road, not on Shade Tree?
That's right.
Okay.
There's only one access point.
Okay. All right, thank you. Does anybody else wish to be heard? Not seeing anybody, I'll close the public comment portion and leave it open for written comment until June 27th in the town clerk's office at 4:30 p.m. Second public hearing was scheduled for 7:20. It is now 7:23. I open up the public hearing for the consideration of a proposed local law to amend Chapter 108 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Zoning, 108 Definitions, Greenhouse, Commercial, Private, Temporary. Bob, did you want to?
Yeah, this is just some cleanup work that's needed to be done to follow up on some legislation that was done back, I think it was in 2005 and 2006. At the time, the town adopted new definitions for greenhouse, whether it be temporary, private, or commercial, and the hearing should have eliminated the 3 definitions that are proposed for deletion now. So there's still going to be definitions in the code for greenhouse remaining after this code change is adopted, if it is adopted. So it's really just cleanup that occurred as a result of an error in the way the local law was sent to the Secretary of State and to our code printing company. If you look at our current chapter 108-3, you'll see both definitions of greenhouses, what should have been eliminated and what was incorporated as a result of those prior hearing, that prior hearing. So this is just to eliminate the duplication and the confusion that it's caused.
Okay, does anybody wish to be heard on this matter? Not seeing anybody. What we will do is close the public comment portion and leave it open for written comment until June 27th at the Riverhead Town Clerk's office, Diana Wilhelm. And the third public hearing is scheduled for 7:25. It is now 7:25. This is I will open this public hearing. This is a consideration of a proposed local law to amend Chapter 108 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Zoning, 108.3 Definitions, Restaurant, Drive-In, Curb Services, Uses, Business Center, Zoning, Use District. Bob, do you want to? This came out of code revision, I guess?
It did.
It's just sort of codifying what the Zoning Board of Appeals has sort of done with.
Well, I think we took a look at this as a result of what the ZBA.
Oh, okay, Jeff, I'm sorry. Jeff, if you want it, there you go. We'll leave that to Jeff. There you go.
Thank you.
Saved by Jeff. Jeff Murphy.
Saved by the bell.
I don't get to hear that very often.
Yes.
Don't get used to it. Soak it in and move on.
Yes, move quickly, please. No, kidding.
Good evening, Jefferson Murphy, Building and Planning Administrator. This did come through code revision. Part of it had to do with a lot of these applications that you see along Route 58 for the fast food restaurants. They have drive-through facilities, and they were getting variances from the zoning board. McDonald's has one, Taco Bell has one, Wendy has one, Burger King has one. So rather than sending everybody to the zoning board, we're just making them permitted uses as accessory uses in the zoning district. So it's just really a cleanup of the code.
Okay.
The second one had to do with adding a definition and for drive-in restaurants. We have some facilities that would like that their company business plan, so to speak, is not just a drive-through. You drive in, they come out in rollerblades, they take your order, and they bring the food to you. That would be allowed in the as an accessory use in the business center zone, only when it's not adjacent to a residential zone or a residential use.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody else wish to be heard on this matter? Not seeing anybody, I'll close the written public comment portion and leave it open to written comment to June 27th at 4:30 in the Riverhead Town Clerk's office. Okay, so we're going to go to our town board resolutions. Before we open it to vote on resolutions, does anybody wish to be heard on specific resolutions? Sal, how do we do?
Not too bad. Sal Mastropolo, Calverton. Resolution 432. I guess I have a couple of questions. First
As
question.
do I.
Yeah, how old is his present vehicle?
It's a
How much-
2009 with 93,000 miles.
How often do we allow him to replace his vehicle?
We've set a policy through my office in the town of 150,000 miles.
So he's still got 3
The
or 4 years.
current car that I drive has 134,000 miles and change.
Okay. Resolution 450. The last bullet on the now therefore be it resolved. Unsafe conditions lightning, not lighting.
What was it, 455?
450, the last bullet on the now therefore be it resolved.
Lighting and lightning.
Yeah, lightning. The same for 456. And,
That would be spell check is my guess.
yeah, well, spell check doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't. But sometimes it's my own worst enemy.
It has to be a proper.
Resolution 471,
Oh, wait, 456, what, was it the
Same
same?
thing.
same thing.
Okay, Diane, you have lightning as opposed to lighting?
Yeah, I've got it.
I take it you're gonna withdraw resolution 455?
Say, which resolution are you on?
Well, 455 and 471 are dupes, except that the price per gallon changed. So I'm assuming you're gonna withdraw 455.
One's heating fuel. I don't see heating fuel. Where's the other one? 455 and where?
455 and 471 are the exact same resolutions, except the price changed.
One is for diesel fuel.
71 is for diesel fuel, not heating fuel. At least my
Oh.
71 is.
It's different fuels.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry about that.
No, we haven't, so, Dan, you have an amended resolution, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that one I just gave you was 471.
So it's not coming off the floor, it's in the package then?
Well, no, it's coming off the floor.
It may be coming off the floor anyway. Go
What are we
ahead.
changing?
Anything else? No? All right, anybody else wish to be heard on resolutions? If not, let's get started, Diane.
Resolution 429.
Rivet Highway District 2013 capital project closure, so moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 430.
It amends Resolution 356 of 2014, Chips Road Resurfacing Improvement Project. Budget adoption, so moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
No.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 431.
2013 capital projects closure, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 432.
Authorizes purchase of a 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe Model LS base for use by the town highway department. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
The highway superintendent has said that he needs this vehicle in order to do his job. I don't micromanage him. He's an elected official, and if he says he needs it to do his job, I have a lot of trust in him and that the taxpayers voted him in office. And if you want to vote against him for buying this vehicle, you have a chance at the next election. But this is what he said he needs to do his job, and I'll support him 100%. Yes.
Gabrielson.
I typically would support a Chevrolet. I like Chevrolets. I like Chevrolet Tahoes.
The
But-
Explorer rated higher,
No,
according
no,
to
I'm not
News Review.
finished. Don't take my thunder away. But I think in this case, we've got the Ford, and this is not an easy decision for me, but we've got the Ford, which is gonna save the town approximately, I think, $8,000?
$9,000.
$9,000. But there's another thing I think we're forgetting here. I know a year or two ago, some of the board members are saying, let's go green. Better energy efficiency on our vehicles. This Ford will save us quite a bit, just in the amount of gas it uses. And over the lifetime, it could add up to thousands of dollars. So I think we would be going probably a little more green by going with the Ford. And I guess in this case, I'm gonna be a fiscal cheapskate. I'm gonna vote no.
Wooten.
Well, as liaison to the highway, I can tell you, to me, it's actually not 8 or 9, it's less than that, because you got it for 35,000, so it's not the 37 you originally thought he was gonna get it for. His truck is gonna go down to the deputy, the deputy's pickup truck's gonna go into use as get fitted with a plow, so it's bettering his department by recirculating vehicles where I'll be using, so. For the 7,000, it's not worth
It's
it.
9,000, it's a $9,000 difference.
That's less than that.
No, because we're buying we're buying Explorers now for under
I vote
27,000.
yes.
Dunleavy.
Okay. Our highway superintendent has saved this town over $4 million on the purchase and the freebies that he's gotten from the state, from New York, from the federal government. If he saved over $4 million for our taxpayers, I'm not gonna argue over $7 or $8 or $9,000 when he's passing his vehicle down to his deputy, and his deputy's vehicle is gonna be used for the snow in the wintertime when we need more plows on the road. So I'm voting yes.
Walter.
You know, it's a very simple equation. You can either be fiscally responsible or you're not. And that means through everything that you do. The current highway superintendent does a fantastic job. I'm not arguing that point. That is not the point here. The point is that he drives a Chevy Trailblazer, which is the exact equivalent to a Ford Explorer. A Ford Explorer is under $27,000. A Chevy Tahoe is about $37,000. It's a $9,000 savings. There's nobody on the face of the earth that's ever going to convince anybody that a Chevy Tahoe gets better gas mileage than a Ford Explorer. So he's using the equivalent vehicle now. He didn't give one reason as to why he needed the bigger vehicle. So you're either going to be fiscally conservative through every vote that you take, remembering that it is not his budget, it is the taxpayers' money. And for that reason, while he may have saved $4 million, which I'm not sure he did or he didn't, but he could save $4 million, $9,000, should we not vote for this? It doesn't matter how I vote at this point, but I do vote no.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 433.
432.
Three.
Authorize the supervisor to adopt the 2014 Suffolk County Multi-Judicial Hazard Mitigation Plan. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 434.
Reappoints the call-in detention attendant. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 435.
Authorize release of site plan security of Bank of Smithtown, AKA People's United Bank. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, this is again cleanup, so I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 436.
Appoints a seasonal lifeguard to the Recreation Department. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 437.
Ratifies the appointment of a call-in park attendant to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 438.
This ratifies the appointment of a call-in park attendant to the Recreation Department. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 439.
Ratifies appointment of a seasonal recreation aide to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution
You
adopted.
hold on one second, we have
How many?
so many of these. We've got 439 through 446. If there's no objection, why don't we move 439 through 446? Is there any objection? They're all park attendants.
You know,
No objection. Can I get a motion to move 439 through 446?
I'd like to make a motion to move 439 to 446.
I second.
So moved.
Moved and seconded to move all the resolutions 439 through 446.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Hold on, just making sure I'm not related.
I don't think you are.
You're right. Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolutions 439 through 446 are adopted.
Thank you.
Resolution 447.
Woods bid hauling and disposal of dry cake sludge and grit and screen waste. That's for Riverhead Sewer District. So moved.
Seconded.
Yummy. Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 448.
Awards bid, removal and disposal of liquid sludge, Riverhead Sewer District. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 449.
Approves the Chapter 90 application of Apple Honda, August 5th, 2014 through September 2nd, 2014. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, I'm glad to, 58, he's doing what our codes request him to do. I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 450.
Approves the application for fireworks permit of the Riverhead Business Improvement District Management Association for July 4th, 2014. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
As amended? Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, and it's a great show, so everybody should come down to Main Street on July 4th at 9 o'clock to see this fireworks display. I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 451.
Resolution designating North Fork Animal Welfare League as a qualified and eligible sponsor for development and construction of a dog kennel with offices related to the care and welfare of animals on a site adjacent to Henry Pfeiffer Community Center. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Well, I said it at the hearing, and I'll say it again now, that there's no doubt in my mind that the North Fork Animal Welfare League is capable of taking care of the town's animals. I voted no for the lease agreement for them to go to the Henry Pfeiffer Center because I don't think that that's the proper place for them to go. But there's no doubt in my mind that they are qualified and eligible to take care of our animals, so I'll vote yes.
Gabrielson.
I just feel, I agree, they do a good job and they're qualified and eligible, but I think the site is not the right site. I think it's a hostile environment there, and I think the town could be giving away $1 million asset we have at that spot. I think we should relocate, look at other areas, and so I vote no.
Wooten.
Well, to really, I don't find it hostile at all there. I find the one that we have pretty hostile, I'll be honest with you. But if you really want to be fiscally conservative, we're doing this for almost $0 to taxpayers, so it makes all the sense in the world. So I vote yes.
Dunleavy.
I agree with Councilman Wooten. This is a no cost to the town of Riverhead and to move our animal shelter. Plus, we have our old animal shelter which we could sell and recoup some money from that area. So I vote yes.
Walter.
Absolutely yes. Congratulations to Jim. You have done something that no councilman, a woman or man, has been able to do for the past 20 years. A round of applause for Councilman Jim Wooten.
I'll just say resolution adopted.
Yeah, we got adopted.
You'll get a puppy on the way.
I'll trade.
Resolution 452.
Authorizes supervisor to execute a professional services agreement with Bound Management Systems, Inc. So moved.
Dan seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
This is money that was budgeted, $31,296, and the board adopted a resolution to spend this money on another venue, which was for computer software. So to be fiscally conservative and responsible and to not overspend our budget, I will vote no.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
This is GIS. Oh,
This is GIS. Yeah, this is what was budgeted, not BIS. This was budgeted.
You were trading this one off?
Was, but it's not anymore.
No, it's still
The
budgeted.
money's already
for.
spent.
No, I didn't sign that yet. Just
Okay, I'm gonna vote yes, because I was a little upset that you parlayed this against the other things.
I did.
I'll say
Didn't I?
yes, you did do that.
Dunleavy.
I'm gonna vote yes. It's a good GIS upgrade services, and it is in our town budget, so I vote yes.
I'm voting no.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 453.
Approves the application for a fireworks permit for Jameswood Fire Department on July 12, 2014. So moved.
This one spelled right, like,
It is.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
As amended, yes.
I don't
This
think
one was
it's-
already.
Oh, this one is,
Amended.
okay,
this one is-
so this one's good, it's the other one that's not. Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 454.
Respectfully request that the Suffolk County rescind its approval of a lease or license agreement between the Suffolk County Department of Parks, Recreation and Conservation and Long Island Abate Incorporated for the use of the former Long Island Beagle Club property located at 1198 Edwards Avenue, Calverton, New York. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
You know, everything is all messed up because Gannon is not in the right spot. Denise is not in the right spot. I didn't even, this is just not working. In the future, you guys put names on your chairs? Can't have this.
Resolution 455.
Awards bid for heating oil fuel. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Sorry, yes. Yes, for him.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 456.
I'm gonna have Paul put the name tags on your chairs.
Was that? Or was that 3G?
456, approves the application for fireworks permit of Riverhead Raceway, July 5th.
Excuse me, can we go back to, Resolution 450? Is this $9.25 per gallon plus? Or is it 90?
It's point
No,
oh
it says
nine.
9.25 cents. it says.
Cents.
Yes, it
You-
should be.
Then it's written wrong.
It's written wrong.
Give the-
Can we recall resolution 455
Actually, the
so that
numerical-
we can
the
amend
numer-
it?
Yes.
The numerical one is wrong, but the written one is correct, right? 9
Do I
1/4 cent,
recall
yeah.
455 for the purpose of amending it?
Okay, resolution 455.
Recall that, John?
I'm gonna recall, awards bid for heating fuel. So moved.
Jim?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded as to amend to,
Now, how should it read?
it should read
No,
point
well, it's-
0925.
.0925.
Correct.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay, vote
We don't-
on
we don't wanna
recalling
give
that
the-
for amending
We
it
don't
to
wanna give
point
the taxpayers
0925.
dollars away for nothing.
Okay. Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes,
Dunleavy.
Yes, as amended.
Walter.
Yes, as amended.
but actually. thank you,
Resolution
Laura,
adopted.
by the writ-
Readopt.
Readopted.
Yeah,
Resolution.
but it should be right.
It should be right.
Sal, what
How
happened?
come Sal didn't pick that up?
But he did talk about that.
They didn't talk about that one. No, it's not. It's written as 9 cents. I mean,
$9 and
$9.20.
There's no dollar sign there, it says 9.25.
Yeah, but it's point, it should be .0925.
Yes.
Sal,
Okay,
my
You're
goodness.
right, there's no dollar sign, I agree.
There's no dollar sign,
No,
It's okay.
I took it as 9.25 cents.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's it.
you probably wrote it.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on to 456.
Yep.
Resolution 456.
Approves the application for fireworks permit of Riverhead Raceway, July 5th, 2014, as amended. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes,
Dunleavy.
58 is getting so congested that I don't know if fireworks could be a safe place to light them off on
might help the
58.
uncongested.
So,
Might help the uncongested.
yeah, congested, that's right. So I'm voting no.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
I like fireworks and cars and races and wrecks and stuff like that.
Resolution
It's exactly
457.
Accepts the retirement of a custodial worker one. So moved.
A second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes, I'd like to thank Ricky Muller too for his many years of service. Actually, him and I went to Police Academy in '82 together, actually, so.
Was he a part-time cop?
But I know- so,
He's a
yeah,
great guy.
He is, so I vote yes.
Dunleavy.
Again, I have to thank Ricky Mola. He's a good worker, a great guy, and we're sorely gonna miss him. But I have to vote yes.
If we
Walter.
vote no, does he stay?
No, I'm gonna lose anyway.
Ricky's a great guy. It was a pleasure working with him when I was in the town attorney's office, and he was one of our ACOs and kennel attendants, so,
Out of there.
yeah, so he got while the getting's good, but I wish him much luck and happiness in his retirement, yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 458.
Approve the Chapter 90 application of the Railroad Museum of Long Island for the Riverhead Railroad Festival 2014 on August 23rd and 24th. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
This is a great day for the adults and children. They have a miniature train that runs around, and they give rides on it for the kids. So if anybody's available that day, please come out 2 days and see it. I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 459.
Authorization to publish advertisements for snack vendors for the town of Riverhead. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 460.
Awards bid installation of water mains and appurtenances, Stoneleigh Woods, Phase 3, Riverhead Water District. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 461.
Extends bid contract for water meters and accessory equipment for use in the Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 462.
Stands bid for a quick lube maintenance for the Riverhead Water District. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 463.
Appoints a call and recreation aide to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 464.
Rejects bid for auto and truck repairs. So moved.
And seconded.
Lord have mercy. Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Apparently, the bid specifications that we sent out failed to have the bidders include a sheet listing separate services and the hourly rate. So we have to rebid it so that we can get those numbers down. Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 465.
General fund budget adjustment. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 466.
Authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement to extend participation in Suffolk County Community Development Block Grant Consortium. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 467.
Authorize town clerk to publish and post a public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 14 entitled Community Preservation of the Riverhead Town Code. That's Article 5, acquisition and use of open spaces, parks, and park preserves. So moved.
Second it.
Did we get this right now?
No, I don't
We
think
did.
it's, did you?
Yes.
Wait, so
It
this
was
was-
his
so the
rec-
five
Five
members.
members of the community at large appointed by the town board staggered 2-year terms, 2 non-voting, 1 member from the recreation. Oh,
You're
okay,
right.
yeah, you got it
Right
right.
now,
Yep,
it's
you
7
got it right.
members with 2.
You got it 5, that's what.
So, do they vote now?
Who's that?
The recreation, no, they're not voting members
No.
now.
Now it's 9 members, because it's
Right.
7 plus 2. We
So the
want
2
5
don't
plus
count
2.
as voting
Right.
anyway, no.
So we want 5 plus 2. Because it's hard.
What is it? Shall be elected from
Okay,
the members of
that's-
the committee.
works.
for 1 year. A chairperson, vice chairman of the committee shall be elected from the members of the committee for a term of 1 year.
Yeah, that's internal, that's with that particular committee.
And no, 3 consecutive terms. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
going
they
to go crazy with.
It's volunteers, they're part of that. Personalities where they are in there, I don't know.
It's ever-changing landscape. You don't think, I'm just talking aloud, I'm just discussing this, that we're gonna set a precedent, all the committees are gonna be coming in,
Oh, we would have to agree to it.
yeah, because it's, you know, who's here today may not be here in 5 years, so we gotta be careful how we, just change committee, members or numbers.
Well,
I mean, you get a certain committee in agriculture, just sit down and say, well, let's make it 5, yeah.
well, I think it's safe to say that the Open Space Committee is really put together for community preservation funds, and that's pretty much sunsetting at this point. So there's not a heck of a whole lot, I mean, that committee eventually.
Well, it parallels
5 years from now, it probably won't even have
It
that.
parallels and is a competition somewhat with the Farm
We
Select
should
Committee.
merge them.
You know what I'm saying? And they're active as can be, and they probably wish they could have 15
Well, yeah,
members.
but they're like, right.
And there's no money there either, and they're doing the stewardship of that committee, is what you're probably doing now, right? The stewardship of the
Well, we got
properties,
some
the
stewardship.
parks, yeah, that's pretty much it. No one's buying land.
Right. But we don't have the money coming in, so we're just trying to take care of what we got.
Yeah, well, we got it moved.
But
Do
we
we
still
have a
need a quorum
second?
to have a meeting.
We're just gonna have a public hearing on it. George moved it. Do we have a second,
A
George?
second.
Moved and seconded
I'll
as
come over
to
and talk to you.
calling for the public hearing.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gableson.
Yes to a public hearing, but at this time, I don't know if I agree with it, but it'll be a public hearing.
Wooten.
Yes and yes.
Dunleavy.
Yeah,
Walter.
Yes, I'd like to merge them both.
Resolution
Try
adopted.
we try, yeah.
We could
Resolution
try again.
468.
Secret resolution regarding application for Suffolk County Downtown Revitalization Round 12 funding for historic downtown Riverhead directional signs. So moved.
Dan second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gableson.
Yes.
Wooten. Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 469.
Authorize the supervisor to execute a stipulation with the Riverhead PBA, so moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gableson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 470.
Motion to pay the bills. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Abstain.
Gableson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yeah, great. I don't know, it'd be nice not to pay the bills.
Yeah,
If I
right.
abstain, do we not pay them?
I vote yes.
We'll try something.
That's it.
Dunleavy.
I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
All right, I have two resolutions, one awarding bid for diesel fuel and one awarding bid for automotive parts to come off.
I make a
Floor.
motion that we take resolution 471 and 472 off the floor. So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gableson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolutions 471 and 472 are taken off the floor.
I move resolution 471, awards bid for diesel fuel 2014. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
See, this one does have a dollar sign and then it says .095. So,
That's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
yes.
Gableson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 472.
Awards bid for automotive parts, so moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gableson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
All right, now we open the public meeting to public comment on issues before the town board, or maybe not before the town board, that you'd just like to talk to us about. If you step up to the microphone, and just state your name and hamlet. I think we have a young lady coming first, sir, if you don't mind. Hello.
Hello, Patricia Holland from Northville. Last year, all those of us who were affected by the North Fork Preserve and their water problem, all that stuff, we all got letters and there was a meeting that we went to on a Saturday, and supposedly they were going to get us to give permission for them to put pipes through our land so that they can send all the water down to the sound. I have heard since then from other people that that's illegal.
Who had that meeting?
Had to be the county.
Were you in that meeting? I mean, there's not in, I don't think we are officially involved in that. That's something you might want to discuss with.
County is dealing with that drainage issue up there. In fact, they segregated some of that North Fork Preserve to create, so that must have been a meeting.
Yeah, you might want to talk to legislator Al Krupski about it, because it's not something before this town. We own part of that preserve with the county, but the county is doing all the work, drainage and otherwise. So
Okay.
his phone number is 852-3200, Jill?
3,200.
852-3200.
Okay.
And I'd give him a call and find out, maybe he can get to, get you to the right person to talk to.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry you had to wait for that, Pete. Does anybody else wish to be heard?
Hello, my name is Peter Troyan, Senior from Aquabog. I'm here in opposition to an application for a water skiing course in Terry's Creek in Aquabog.
Right.
Back in 1990s, the early part of 1990s, in this very room, there were several town board meetings, heated discussions about this course where the water skiers were skiing in this park, in this area. And the town board unanimously had turned it down. This is the only creek in the town of Riverhead that is untouched. It is in pristine condition. The birds fly in there, the kayakers go up there, there's hundreds of kayakers go up there. And this course would effectively shut off this course, this creek, to the kayakers or anybody else that wants to go up there. And I know it was said that they go usually on the weekdays, but the weekdays, when they were there, were from 7 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 at night, with very high-powered boats, big 454 engines, if anyone knows the size of engines.
They know all about it.
Okay, so I'm in opposition to it, and that's about all I can say, and that there's petitions being signed right now for most of the residents that live in that area, and they'll be presented to the town board as soon as we get them together.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
John Troyan, 63 Beach Road, Aquabog. That is my father. I'm in opposition of the ski club as well. I grew up on that creek my whole life. Why would anybody want to take and ruin an environmentally sensitive area like a tributary and go skiing in it when there's a whole bay out there? It blows my mind that someone could, or this town board could contemplate on voting and passing this and allowing it when the bay is available. Why would you take and allow a tributary to be destroyed?
You can't ski in the bay, sir.
You can't ski in the bay?
No, you cannot. Not at the level they're talking about. You can't. You can't ski in the bay at the level they're
How
talking
can
about.
you ski in an area that's 6 inches deep?
Because it's flat water and it's more than 6 inches deep. We went in and surveyed it. But
Really?
that's, we'll see.
Well, I'm in strong opposition of this.
I understand.
To
My-
allow a ski club
my whole point-
to take precedence over
my whole
Indian
point-
Island State Park.
My whole point of this is that everybody should be allowed to use that resource, and if there's a way to open the resource up to everybody so everybody can enjoy it, we have an obligation to look at it.
Oh, I understand your point of view on that one. I just hope that there's some kind of environmental impact study, that you would take this into consideration as well with all the studies that were done in Calverton with the
Truth be told, John, we had one discussion, and it's not the first time that this particular entity came and spoke to this board, so it's so preliminary and so,
Okay.
there's nothing official even being presented as far as I know.
Well, we're gonna write a section of code and have a public hearing, and the public can come out and talk about it if the board votes for the public hearing.
Okay, great. We
All
look
right.
forward to handing in that petition as well.
Thank you.
Sal Mastropolo, Calverton. Gotta ask a question. Don't we have a speed limit?
In order
I
to
mean,
do
in the
work-
river, you can't go more than 5 miles an hour until you get to the sign where it opens up into the bay.
You would have to amend the code to allow this. It's all about trying to open up the water resource to all the residents of the town. Not just residents that have waterfront property that live on the bays or the creeks, but to all the residents. If there's a way to do it that we don't adversely impact the people that live there. And, there may not be a way, but, we're trying to explore that, because right now, there's no place for somebody to competitively water ski. You can't do it in the bay. And I know because that's what I used to do.
Okay. I guess the question I have then is, do we have a speed limit
You'd have
within
to
the town on
you'd have
inland
to amend
waterways?
the code to do that. That's what the code changes.
5 miles an hour.
That's what the code changes
Or
about.
no wait.
No wait.
Thank you.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, wait till the other, John, please.
Okay.
Does anybody else wish to be heard on this evening? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Supervisor. My name is Richard Luzzy. I live at 37 Hubbard Avenue, Unit 86 in Riverhead, New York. On June the 11th, I understand that the town attorney was supposed to present his findings or have a hearing with Gershow.
The judge that was assigned to it changed the hearing date, and oh, Bob, go ahead.
Well, there was a telephone conference today. The matter was adjourned into July. That's in order for the issue with respect to the use to be adjudicated by the planning board. There's a question as to whether the use was a change in use. We're suggesting that it was, and that issue is going to be addressed in front of the planning board, which has an active application in front of them. The courts generally want to see the parties do what's called a exhaustion of administrative remedies, or exhaust their remedies before they will take on and adjudicate an issue. So in this instance, the case has been adjourned. The planning board is going to be asked to determine whether the use was a continuation of the pre-existing use, or whether the use is a change and therefore not permitted. So that's the question.
Will I have a chance, will anybody have an opportunity to present any support on one way or another to the planning board?
At this point, I can't tell you whether there's going to be a reopening of the public hearing or not. That hasn't been determined yet. I believe council is going to be speaking to the planning board about this issue.
Okay, so you're saying nothing's going to happen then until July?
The issue of the preliminary injunction will not be adjudicated until that time. That's correct. It may be adjourned at that point too. We don't know. But at least at this point, it's been adjourned in order for the planning board to take up the issue.
So then I guess if I understand this correctly, we're now going through some sort of process to determine exactly where we stand with this, or what? I'm a little bit.
Well, no, we've taken the position in our papers that the use changed.
Okay.
As a result of the telephone conference, however, the court asked or suggested, I'm not sure because I wasn't participating in the conference, so I don't want to state something that I don't know for a fact. What I do know is the case was adjourned in order for the issue to come back to the town to adjudicate the use question first. Again, courts, generally speaking, like to have a local municipality determine an issue. If the applicant's not happy with the determination, they can challenge us in an Article 78.
Right.
And that would be their remedy. So the court has, rather than put its fingers into the issue and determine whether we're right or whether they're right, is giving the planning board a chance to determine that issue.
So in other words,
and I believe you probably will get notice that this is conjecture, this is speculation, because I know you're pushing for an answer, and unfortunately, I can't give you an answer.
I'm not really pushing for an answer. I'm just sort of want to get an understanding because, you know.
Well, it's going back to the planning board. The planning board does have a public comment portion periodically, as I understand the planning board meetings, so you would be able to.
Even if the matter's not on for public hearing, there's generally a public comment time period, similar to what they do here. But I don't know exactly where that's going to go. I don't think it's actually been brought back and discussed with the planning board directly. So that's why I'm a little bit, I guess, reluctant to exactly tell you what's going to happen, because I don't know the answer to that yet.
All right.
Okay?
Okay. You were going to say something, John?
But you should contact the management of your park, because they will be notified. The residents will not be notified because they do not own property. So the management.
The management's not going to get notified. They're not a party to the lawsuit.
No.
When
the planning
the
board.
public hearing, John's saying, when the planning board, when they come to a public hearing for the planning board, the property owner gets a certified letter saying when the public hearing will be.
Bob's not saying that. Okay.
Yeah, I just don't.
A lot of legal advice is being given here. What my recommendation is, speak to the town attorney.
Okay.
Off record,
Right.
not
Okay.
online here.
Excellent
and
suggestion.
That's a good way to go.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Does anybody else wish to be heard? Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Patrick Purcell, 8 Ty Drive, Riverhead.
How you doing, sir?
So what I'm understanding is from all this with Gershaw that we should, how come we didn't get notified from the beginning? This is what I don't understand.
Okay. The best thing to do
Mm-hmm.
is to speak to this gentleman or Bill Duffy. It is not a good thing for us to be giving legal advice at this point. The litigation is before the judge. The town it's going to, I guess the judge kicked it back, as the town attorney has said, to the planning board. I would rather you speak to him after the meeting, and he will tell you what, he will answer your question.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, you know, when they did the eyeglass place, everybody in the
It's
neighborhood got
not,
notified.
it's not a notification issue.
You know?
It's not a notification issue. It's not a special permit hearing. It's not a planning board hearing. The best thing, because I really don't want to get into a situation where some of us start speaking out of turn, is to speak to the town attorney.
Okay. Another question I had. Last month I asked you about Gallows Old Sea Place, you know, where, you know, got a lot of Spanish. They're out peeing in the road and stuff. And I'm sure you wouldn't want your wife seeing this. And the public intoxication that's going on there. I mean, are we going to do something about that, or?
Okay.
You spoke to me,
I
with
did.
our code enforcement officers contacted the building department, and the building department sent paperwork over that they only have a use permit for a restaurant.
Well,
You
they're
ca-
drinking,
you
they got a
cannot
disco
bring
in there, buddy. I'm
liquor
sorry.
out of a restaurant. So, our code enforcement is working on that problem right now.
All right, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Because, you know, we do need to do something in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
I mean, you
that's-
know.
That's what's happening. They only have a use permit for a restaurant, and the sign says restaurant and deli.
Well, you,
Okay, so that's wrong.
anybody here can go in there and you can get soused and
Right.
go pee on a pole out there,
Yeah.
and it's okay.
Well,
That's what happens. And the police, you know, the police tell you,
So
well,
the
if we don't see it, we can't do nothing about it. But
code
I
is
see
what,
it.
code enforcement's working on it.
All right, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Does anybody else wish to be heard tonight? Not seeing anybody, can I motion to close the public hearing? Yes?
What public hearing?
The meeting?
The
Make a
meeting.
motion to close the
I
meeting.
make a motion we close.
All
Wait,
in
wait.
favor?
Town board
Aye.
meeting.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries.
Sound like a